Hey folks, today I'm going to teach you guys how to mentally calculate the tips of 15 to 20 to 25% when it comes to going to a restaurant. So let's say you go to a restaurant and you have to pay cash for $89 and you want to tip 15%. Well, if you're wondering, well, how can you possibly do this? How can I possibly do this in my head? Well, here are multiple possibilities. So first one, let's say 50% of 89. What we can do here is imagine 10% of 89, which equals 8.9. So all we had to do is simply move the decimal over to the left one time. So you get $8.90. Next step is to cut this $8.90 in half, so you divide that by 2. So 8.9 divided by 2 equals 4.45. Next step is to add $8.90 plus $4.45, which equals, let's see here, so 8.9 here, 4.45 here, $13.35 as my final answer for the tip. Pretty simple, huh? Let's see. Another way you can do this is you can factor out 15. So 15%, we can imagine this just be 15. 15 equals a factor of 5 times 3. So what can we do next? We can multiply 89 times 5, which equals 445. 445 times 3 equals 1,335. So all you can do next is move the decimal over to the left 2 times. So you got 13.35, $13.35 as my final tip. Another way you can use this is you can imagine 15%, which equals 0.15, which equals 15/100ths, which is reduced to 3/20ths. 15 divided by 5 equals 3, 100 divided by 5 equals 20, so 3/20ths. Next step is bring 89 over. So you got $89. $89 right here. Next step is you can multiply 89 by 3/20ths. So you got 89 times 3/20ths. So 89 times 3 equals 267. 1 times 20 equals 20. So you got 267 divided by 20. What you can do next is to cancel out the 0 for a moment and imagine just 267 divided by 2, which equals 133.5. All you got now, next step, all we have to do next, since we got an extra 0 over here, just move decimal over to the left one more time, and you got 13.35 as our final answer for the tip of $89. So for 50% tip, there are 3 ways you can do it. Whichever way works well for you. I just thought I'd show off a little bit here and there. If you want to do 15% tip, you can just say 89 divided by 2, and then whatever answer you get, move the decimal over to the left one time, and bam, you got yourself your answer, as well as the rest of the others. Now, 20% tip. In my opinion, 20% is a whole lot easier to mentally calculate than 15. Here's the reason. When you got $89 and you want to tip 20%, all you had to do is simply think, okay, 8.9 plus 8.9 equals $17.80. Now, if you're wondering, okay, where on earth did you get that 8.9 plus 8.9 stuff? Well, let's look closely here. 20% equals the same as 10% plus 10%. So what you can do next is to imagine 10% of 89, which equals 8.9. You just move decimal to the left one time. And then you look another 10% of 89, which equals 8.9. So then you just mentally calculate 8.9 plus 8.9 equals 17.8. or $17.80 as our final answer. Pretty darn easy, huh? Or there's another way you can do this. Let's see if I can have enough room here. 20% tip, you can imagine 20%, which equals, hopefully I got enough room, 0.20, which equals 21, which equals 20/100ths, and you can reduce that to 2/10ths, which is reduced to also to 1/5. So the next step is to multiply $89 by 1/5. So you got 89 times 1/5. You can make this a 1, which equals 89 over 5. So 89 divided by 5 equals, let's see, so 17.8. So 17.8, which is $17.80 as my final answer for the tip. There, so now you can know how to find a tip of 20% for $89. Now, for 25% of 89, there's multitudes of other methods you can use, but I'm only going to use one method, which I personally think is the easiest one of all. So let's look at 25%. 25% is the same thing as 0.25. Then we convert 0.25 into fractions. You got 25 over 100ths. 25 100ths, 10s 100ths, is reduced to 1/4. 25 divided by 25 equals 1. 100 divided by 25 equals 4, so got 1/4. The next step is to multiply 89 by 1/4. So you got $89 times 1/4. Imagine this to be a 1. So 89 times 1 equals 89, or 1 times 4 equals 4. Then you divide 89 divided by 4, which equals 22.25. So $22.25 as my final answer. Alrighty, folks. I hope this helps. Till next time, signing out.